Welcome back. You're still with Reporter's Diary on CNBC TV 18. Time now to take stock of all the M&A action in January. Joining us now is Prashant Mehra, a partner in Thornton India. Hi, Prashant. My first question to you. The overall M&A deal activity or the deal value stood at $3.4 billion. Now, if you compare this to 2014, this is definitely higher. But compared to December 2014, when we actually saw the deal value at $4 billion, this is lower. Would you say that the deal volume or the deal value is now tapering out a bit, or is this a seasonal change?
So no, actually, there is a reason for why we're seeing the deal value and deal volume going down as compared to December 2014. And the reason for that is that this is all closed transactions, and the closed transactions are always a flavor of the work which has gone in the last month. December primarily being a holiday month, only 15 days of work would have happened, and which is why we're seeing in January that lower deals are there as compared to December. I think the right comparison, an apples to apples comparison, would be if we compare this to January 2013, and if you compare that, then deal value has gone up by about 112%, and deal volumes have gone up by about 36%. Having said that, I think also generally the trend is that people are getting a little tired of the optimistic flavor, and we need to start seeing some data points coming on, and hopefully we will see more momentum growing in the next couple of weeks and months.
Well, as you said, people are now tired of the optimism flavor. They're looking for concrete action. Do you feel that with the budget around the corner, we could see an uptick in terms of the deal value or deal volume? And also, if I look at the report in January, there seems to be a significant amount of action from IT and ITES, BFS as well to an extent, but it largely seems to be dominated by the IT and ITES sector. Will this probably taper down a bit? Could we actually see other sectors emerging in the next couple of months, and if yes, which are those sectors?
Yes, firstly, I think, the budget, the people have a lot of expectations out of the budget, because this is the first major annual budget which the new government will take up. So there is a lot of optimism riding on the new budget which has come, and there are a lot of data points, SOPs, which people are expecting, especially in the infrastructure sector. Infrastructure, of course, it's a macro sector, so anything to do with infrastructure will lead to growth and a momentum in other sectors as well. Specifically talking about IT and ITES, so we've seen this again being the hot sector for January, and the reasons are that M&A, there has been a fair trend there, and with the reason for that is that we've been seeing a lot of consolidation trends there, and I think this consolidation trends would perhaps continue over the next 2 to 3 quarters. So that explains the increase in activity and the momentum increasing, if not remaining the same. For private equity, IT and ITES probably is a macro thing, but most of the transactions are actually happening in the micro e-commerce sector within IT, ITES. This continues to be the flavor of the month, and with the change in retail activity, the consumer retail activity, we see this trend continuing and perhaps even growing in the next few quarters.
Well, it's always about the consumer, IT, ITES, retail, safe sectors. We haven't seen anything major in infrastructure yet, but let's hope with the budget around the corner, we could see some change in that. Thank you so much, Prashant, for joining in. Completely out of time on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to CNBC TV 18 for much more news, and of course, have a great evening ahead.
Aditya Birla Group presents Budget 2015. The